Hi, this is Miss Gunter. This is Unit 4, Lesson 22, and this lesson is about adding and subtracting polynomials, and it's a must-do lesson. Reviewing some things about polynomials, the terms of a polynomial are separated by plus or minus signs. The coefficient is the number in front of the variable, and the exponent is the number that the variable is raised to. Like terms have the same variables and the same exponents. The steps to add polynomials are: remove any parentheses, combine like terms, then add the coefficients, and make sure that your answer is in standard form. So let's look at an example. Here we have to simplify two polynomials. Now the sign between the parentheses tells you what operation you have to do. So because there's a plus, we're adding these polynomials. So the first thing we're going to do is to remove the parentheses. When we do that, we have 4x to the second minus 3x plus 4, and we're adding to that 2x to the second plus 2x minus 5. Combining like terms, we can combine the 4x to the second and the positive 2x to the second. The negative 3x and the positive 2x are like terms, and the positive 4 and the negative 5 are like terms. 4x to the second plus 2x to the second gives us 6x to the second. Negative 3x plus 2x gives us negative 1x, and 4 take away 5 gives us negative 1. We can further write this as 6x to the second minus x minus 1. Because the convention is when you have a 1 in front of the variable, you don't have to show that 1. So this is our answer. Let's look at another example. The question says, which sum is equivalent to 11y squared plus 3y plus 1? Now, sum means that we're adding, and equivalent means the same. So the question is basically asking us, which of these options, when we add them, is going to give us 11y squared plus 3y plus 1? So let's look at our first choice. When we add this, we have 4y to the second plus y minus 5, and we're adding to that 7y to the second plus 2y plus 6. The like terms are 4y to the second and plus 7y to the second. Plus y and plus 2y are like terms, and negative 5 and positive 6 are like terms. So combining them, the like terms, 4y to the second plus 7y to the second, that gives us 11y to the second. The plus y, when there isn't a number in front of the variable, there's really a 1, so I'm going to put the 1 here. So 1y plus 2y gives us 3y, and negative 5 plus 6 gives us positive 1. So our answer is 11y squared plus 3y plus 1 when we add those two polynomials. Now the question is asking us which sum is going to give us 11y to the second plus 3y plus 1. So we found our answer. It was choice A. So we don't even have to try the other options. So the answer is choice A. Let's look at the steps to subtract two polynomials. The first thing we're going to do is remove the parentheses of the polynomial that's on the left. We will then remove the parentheses of the polynomial on the right and change the subtraction to an addition by adding the opposite of each term of the polynomial that's on the right. We will then combine like terms and add the coefficients and make sure that our answer is in standard form. So let's look at an example. We have to simplify these two polynomials, and it's a subtraction. Okay, so first we're going to remove the parentheses from the polynomial on the left. So we have 6x to the second minus 3x plus 1. We're going to change this from a subtraction to an addition. So the minus now becomes a plus. And when we remove the parentheses for the polynomial that's on the right, we have to also change the sign of each term that's in that parentheses. So the positive x to the second becomes a minus x to the second. The plus x becomes a minus x. And the minus 9 becomes a positive 9. We then combine the like terms. So 6x to the second and negative x to the second are like terms. Negative 3x and negative x are like terms. And positive 1 and positive 9 are like terms. So the variables that don't have a number in front of them, I'm going to put a 1 here and a 1 here. So combining like terms, 6x to the second, take away 1x to the second, that gives you 5x to the second. Negative 3x minus 1x, that's negative 4x. And 1 plus 9 gives you 10. So this is your final answer. Let's look at another subtraction example. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the parentheses that's on the left. So we're going to have negative 7y cubed plus 3y minus 1. I'm going to change this from a subtraction to an addition, so I put my plus. And in doing so, I have to change the sign in front of each term that's in the second parentheses. So the negative 6y to the second becomes a positive 6y to the second. I already have my plus sign, so I just put 6y to the second. The plus y becomes a minus y, and the positive 4 becomes a negative 4. I then look for any like terms. So the plus 3y and the minus y are like terms, and the negative 1 and the negative 4 are like terms. I'm also going to put a 1 in front of any variable that doesn't have a coefficient. So I put a 1 in front of that y. Okay, so simplifying this, we have negative 7y cubed plus 3y, take away 1y. That's going to give us plus 2y. Negative 1, take away 4, that's negative 5. And I'm going to bring down the 6y to the second. I now have to make sure that this is in standard form, meaning that when we go from left to right, the exponents decrease in order from left to right. So I'm going to have negative 7y to the third, then plus 6y to the second, and then plus 2y minus 5. And that's my answer.